Nadj and Jea, and we back. We back. We back. We came from an extended vacation.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the Bahamas and Australia and London and Amsterdam and China.
New Zealand.
And Philippines.
I learned the haka dance. Yeah.
So we decided we was going to come back because y'all needed us.
Mm-hmm.
We knew there wasn't much else going on in Delaware until we got here, so.
So what's going on in Delaware?
So what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, first I'd like to say happy Women's History Month.
Yeah. Oh, this is day one, right?
Yes.
The first, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So
Do you
shout out to all the ladies who are making the moves within our country.
Shout out to you, Nadj. Shout out to you, because you're making your own moves. Hey, can we talk about, I don't think it's on there, but wait a minute. Shout out to you, because you just graduated from a program. I don't want to talk about it because you know all about it, but congratulations to you. I think it's a beautiful way to kick off this month, because you're doing big things. Talk to the people about what it is.
So I am now a certified self-love coach, and I graduated Sunday, and I will be opening my own self-love program to help people achieve self-love, because we all need it.
Why did you decide to explore that as an option?
So someone had said to me a while ago that I should look into consulting, or maybe working with people and their self-esteem, or things in that general area.
Can I ask you why?
Because I always want to help.
Yeah.
I always feel the need or feel compelled to help, and when I see people struggling with their self-worth, especially artists, I'm like, wait a minute now, let's dial back. How are we gonna work this out? Because you're phenomenal. And I didn't know that was a thing. And then one day, the man was listening to me, the man.
What if it's the woman?
No, the government.
Oh, yes. Okay, got you.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. Sorry.
And I saw a Facebook ad for a certification program, and it's legit. and I took it, and I'm excited because it was a beautiful program, and because I'm also on my own self-love journey, and I feel like I want other people to know how wonderful it is to feel. So
I just would like to point out that I am noticing a common theme, slowly with you, and I think it's cool. And I think it's, I'm gonna be nice, Jade, today, because that's just how I'm in a good mood, for I got my, but so, you're very young still, and I've heard you just over the course of this show, you've certainly on one hand said, like, I don't like politics, but then you've made these comments that are very political and very well thought out, and like I've seen you make a couple of posts on some of our politicians' pages with some well thought out ideas, you know what I mean? And I know we're not saying, Nadj for whatever, this year or whatever, and if that's even a path you want to take, but I just like seeing, you take, because we all know you as the singer. As the singer, but we're seeing more branches to the tree of Nadj, and it's cool to see. So keep it going.
So you're what? You're proud?
You heard what I said.
What?
We're not gonna play this game.
I'm sorry. Can you say a little just?
Proud of you, Nadj, with my loud and proud voice. So what else is going on in Delaware?
Y'all heard it here first.
What else do we have here going on in Delaware?
So of course we have the 95 drama that we were warned about. That we've always had, but now it's ramped up. So do me a favor. Stop complaining about it, because we're all here. We all are affected. Jeez, I'm sorry you couldn't get to where you needed to go when you should have read the signs. But
you sound very insensitive right now.
I'm just saying, it's been in the newspaper. It's been on the news.
Listen, guys, you just gotta kind of learn. Like, if you're new to Delaware, it's probably more frustrating.
But that's the thing. It's not the people who are new to Delaware that are complaining.
I'm trying to help. So y'all got to figure out the back roads. You got to know the back streets and figure it out.
Time things a little better. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that's happening. Don't know much about it. Don't really care. Just don't want to see y'all complaining about it every day on my timeline.
That's just what's going to be. That's what it's going to be for the time being.
Listen, our little vacation gave me time to think, honey, and I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to let you know how I know. Okay. This is a sports short with me, Nadj Jea.
Oh, are we really
Sam
doing
is
this?
Cringing.
Oh
Sam
my
is
gosh.
cringing.
This is going to be, I'm just going to make this face and watch you give us the short. Go ahead, give us the short.
Okay, so the Delaware Bluecoats, a basketball team, they went to the bubble. They was flued out, and they had DETV. DETV has been broadcasting
I need popcorn.
from the bubble, and they're playing teams in their season, and they've had 7 wins and 2 losses.
All right,
And
cheers
that
to you.
was your sports short.
You
with
gave him the
me,
sports short
Nadj Jea.
and the skinny. You know what I'm saying? Did you see what I just did? Did you see how I put that together? That was good.
Did I do okay, Sam? No, I did.
What
Okay.
else is on the list?
You let me know in the comments if you'd like more of those. Okay, so as y'all know, the weather's about to start getting nice. We had a couple days last week where the weather was okay. We got the Queen and the Grand who are about to open up. We got some artists, our fellow co-host right here.
Well, I think both of us, right? Can we?
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, no, I'll be doing. I think that my show at the Grand with their virtual. I don't even know what the series is called right now. But bottom line is, I will be on. I'll be doing a show in May with my band. It'll be from the stage of the Baby Grand. It's a virtual event. Tickets will be, obviously purchasable. They'll be available online. And that'll be one of the, honestly, this will be one of the few performances that I do this year in terms of me and my music, because I have some things in the work that I'm not quite ready to reveal. But you got to always kind of keep the wheels greased, if you will, keep the chain greased, however you want to say it, so that I don't lose, my ability to perform. I've been practicing a lot, but that's coming up.
Sell out his show. Buy the tickets.
Please.
Sell out Homeboy show.
Yeah.
Show 'em- I will not watch, but make sure y'all do.
Right.
So the Knights Bar will be opening up soon. Make sure you guys are going out to support the artists. I know that COVID has been a thing, and some people have lost their jobs. Some people, like the artists, that is their only job. And I'm gonna be honest, people aren't paying like they should. So it would be great if you could go and show some love. Look for Cash App names so you could send a donation. If you can't make the show, something, just give what you can, because they need it.
I think it's almost, it's very similar.
I take them too, so just want to put that out there.
Yeah, it's very similar to the restaurant situation in that, once we got into the heart of the pandemic, one of my concerns of 1,000 was special restaurants that you really enjoy that you don't want to see lost in the mix of all of the COVID craziness. And it's the same thing for artists. There are artists that I appreciate and don't want to have to all of a sudden completely stop, their artistry because of this. So as much as you can, guys, help us all kind of get through this. You know what I mean? Because we're getting close. I feel like, and maybe this is just my own optimism, because I started the vaccination process, and you guys will hear about that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well, y'all will see about that a little bit later on. But I got my first shot, and in as much as I was nervous, just because I was nervous, on the other hand, it starts to feel like we're about to slowly get back to normalcy, and I look forward to that. And quite frankly, the musical things that I'm preparing are based on us being able to function normally. So,
yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, speaking of COVID, before we go into what we did with you, COVID numbers are down.
Yeah.
Y'all been listening.
Why the slow clap? Because
I don't know. It looks good.
but that should be like a yippee skippy hippie
I'm like,
happy.
yes. And no,
Oh well, they finally went down. But good, okay.
I just want to put a side note. I just want to let you know. I apologize that Jay yells into the mic like y'all.
But that's why they EQ me. That's why they EQ me. They lower it. They balance it.
And I'm gonna have to get my ears checked.
I am loud, and there's nothing I can really do about it.
Okay. So if COVID numbers are down, it means that the deaths are down. So That's great. We're happy about that. Sending our condolences to the families affected by COVID, because we know it is a hard thing to deal with a death in general, but then to deal with a death during COVID.
We hit that $500,000. Oh my God, I just said dollars. But we just hit that 500,000 death mark.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. I'm not gonna rant.
So many lives lost.
I'm not gonna rant, but that is 500,000 people that would otherwise be here were it not for COVID.
Right.
Just in America.
Right.
And you can't spin that. Listen, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm very pro people being alive. So I'll leave it at that, but go ahead. What else? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Nope. Keep it going.
Well, one of the reasons why COVID numbers are going down is because of the vaccinations. And since Uncle Joe has been in office, he has made some waves in making sure that we are continuing that process. And actually, one of the recipients of that process is Jay.
Yeah.
And we went together to go, and so I could troll him during his vaccination process. And he did cry. He did. It was so sweet. Poor thing.
I just weep.
So I just want y'all to watch this little video of my awesome camera work. Just want to put that out there. And enjoy.
I think, wait a minute. I think I'm having some more. It's coming back. Okay.
Okay, so we're just getting to Dover.
Just went through the toll.
Because we legal. That's what we do. We are law-abiding citizens. And Jay is healthy, happy, and ready.
Got my coffee, ready to rock and roll.
Yep, to get his vaccination.
We are here. We're ready to rock and roll at the Barrett building.
How do you feel?
I feel the same. I need to fill up my paperwork still. I'm just excited to be all back in these streets again. Wherever you need me.
We're here.
We are here.
It's happening.
It done. It's happening. I'm
you
excited.
Okay?
I'm about to go back to real life.
Let me see your arm real quick. Let me see your arm.
Oh, you want to see your arm real quick?
Ready.
There it is. Ready. Shoot me up.
Tell us what's happening, Jay.
I'm about to get my first dosage of the COVID vaccine, and I'm excited to get this done. It's been a long time coming, and just kind of show everybody that you don't have to be scared. You know? Oh my God!
Look at them guns. Look at the guns. You're gonna break the needle. You're gonna break the needle.
Right. Be careful, needle. It's like Chuck Norris in here.
I'm getting nervous.
Really?
I don't like needles.
Are you nervous with needles?
I am.
That's funny. That's really funny. You're nervous.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Everybody, check it out.
You didn't even flinch.
I didn't even flinch.
You better than me. I'll be done passed out.
Oh, well, you pushed out babies. That's amazing.
I know.
I'm good.
I'm a warrior. That's it. Thank you for watching my short film on Jay's vaccination. I want to thank my mom for helping me get my iPhone so that I could be here to do this.
That was funny.
How do you feel? How did you feel?
So fine. I mean, and that's not the thing about.
Oh God.
Just
answer the question.
The thing about anything medical is everyone is different. So on one hand, I'm healthy, okay? So as of shot 1, I had a little bit of soreness in my arm, and that's been it, okay? No issues whatsoever, which is most people. But at the same time, I have people that I know who had, from the first shot, had significant problems. But on the whole, and certainly on the vast majority, overall, everyone is you'll be fine after the process, when the process is over. But I was sincerely, and you saw this in the video, but I was sincerely impressed with, number one, how smooth and organized everything was. And, I mean, if we're going to get into a whole anti-vaccination versus vaccination argument, I can't do that. I can't. No. There's nothing I can say about that. But this was no different than when I was a kid and got my measles and polio, and I've gotten the flu shot before, and honestly, that was worse for me. So it's another vaccine, and I'm excited at the potential of the technology of this new of the RNA vaccine. So shout out to honestly, my job for connecting me with a road out of this craziness, because you know, I'll be more at ease in my head. And the bigger deal, the whole time, throughout this whole time, my biggest concern has been my parents. You know, I'm healthy. In all likelihood, I might be that person who's either asymptomatic or just has a little bit of a tickly sneeze if I got it. But then my parents, my dad, he started the process, and my mom just finished round 2. And it's like, now everyone can breathe a little bit easier and start to do things normally. And, you know, just keep behaving responsibly so that when we look up, say, another year from now, we're back to fully, you know, we're back to normal, you know?
Oh, gosh.
So, but I shout out to the state and for tightening the process and for getting people who want it, for making it available to them. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Okay. Well, as y'all can see, he's still here. He's not
Still
a zombie.
here. I'm not a zombie. Wait, it's happening. It's coming back. It's coming back. Oh my God. I went. Oh. See, it's fine. I'm fine. Every now and then, guys, I have a little bit of a zombie apocalypse inside, and it only lasts for seconds.
Cut his mic.
outside
Cut
of
his mic.
no, outside of the small apocalypse, it's fine. It's gone. See? Is there anything else that we need?
If we no longer have a job, it's because of him. I just want to put y'all on to that. It's him, okay? Lord have mercy.
Yes.
We want to
Yes.
we want to send our love and support to the people in Texas who were affected by the snowstorm and the power outages and just the big old mess.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime event.
Oh my God.
But what a tough year for them.
Yeah,
I mean, between COVID and that.
I have never, I never thought something like that would happen in Texas.
Yeah. You know what? I thought about this a little bit with the whole Texas, you know, with the freezing weather there, is people have this, instinct that I don't really like.
What?
I saw people saying, you know, well, see what happens when you don't let, you know, when the Republicans take over and you don't let them, you know, connect Texas to the federal level of all. And I'm like, right now is not the turn. This is not the time to talk about politics and who didn't do what.
It's Jumanji down there, and y'all talking about.
All we need to do is just say, listen, if you have family in Texas and you can help them out, do that. Check on your people, because that's all I did. I checked on. I got my goddaughter's grandmother lives in Dallas, and. You know, I checked in with my buddy, and I was like, yo, how's your mom?
Yeah.
And it's like, what can you do? All you have to do, y'all, when there's a tragedy going on, the first instinct,
Check on your people.
check on your people and just have a heart of grace.
Right.
and just be like, I hope that they are okay. You don't have to start being It's just so not okay.
We ain't got time for that
There's
right
a time
now.
and a place, but not now. Not in the middle of it.
People are flooded in their homes, and you're worried about everything else.
And we take for granted, how sort of adaptable we are in this climate in Delaware. Because, you know, we can deal with extreme heat and humidity, but the ability to manage cold weather and to manage snow is a whole thing, you know? We don't take that we take it for granted a little bit, I think, you know?
We just want to send our love and support to those affected by the weather and power outages in Texas. Next up, we have Jahiti, our local politician, musician, man with the hat.
Yeah, the man with the hat. That's my buddy. I'm excited to have him on. He's been one of the guests that I've been waiting for the right time to have on. I know he's got some stuff coming up, and I'm just looking forward to my buddy coming on the show and hanging out with us and getting some of the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So first, we have good news with Desi. We'll be back.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Desi, and now it's time for the good news. Remember to follow us on DETVCH.com, because you might just hear your quote. Now, this quote today is coming from Bell Lyric 11 on Instagram, but the original quote comes from Mark Twain, and it says, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." Once again, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. So, have you ever told a lie, even the little white ones? Here's the thing, once you tell one, you have to tell another, and after a while it just gets too hard to keep up. So do me a favor, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. And that's your good news with your girl Desi. Don't forget, follow us on DETVCH.com.
Desi, thank you for the good news. And now, once again, I am super excited, and I know you are too, because we get to have a conversation and to see a performance from my brother, my boss, and just an all-around good guy, Ian Jahiti Smith. And if you don't get the Jahiti right, he might get mad or not, but he's a nice guy. What's
And
up,
his
man?
hat. And his hat.
And the hat. Why don't we start with the hat? That's go ahead, have at it.
So me and Jay always have this inside joke about Jahiti because I'm always like, did you talk to him or the hat? Which one? So can you tell us the history of the hat?
Well, the hat comes from my brother-in-law who went to Minnesota, Missouri, one of the M's, and he brought it back for me, and I've worn it. I'm a guy who likes to go in nature, so it works. It bends up, it holds, it comes down.
But you always keep it kind of like,
you know what I mean?
It's
I got a
pretty
couple
consistent.
photo shoots where it's like that. I like to keep it straight across, But it's been everywhere. It's been to Africa. It's been to Jamaica. It's been, a few
Your hat's
places.
cultured.
But
Thank
no,
you.
that's honestly my first association with him too, because, the first association honestly is with the YAP program. But very soon thereafter, I realized that you're a musician, and Ivan had the Once Again video, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, he's cool. That's a cool dude. Where is he from? And I didn't know you had just moved into town,
Right.
but there was the hat, and it was cool. So,
The hat.
All right.
So speaking of hats,
sir.
you're a man who wears many hats.
Whoa.
I do.
That was good.
Wow.
That was good.
Wow.
So which hat would you like to start with?
Oh God, we're really going with this.
Well, we could start with the. Let's talk about music.
Yeah.
So I am. My base was in Baltimore. I had a group with my best friend. Derek Jones. He transitioned June 1st, 2014, but we had a group called Brownfish. I guess it's still there. It's hard. I never know how to exactly say that. But we did music, but we also worked with youth, and that was kind of like what we stood for. Most of the stuff and where we performed was for bringing light and attention to social issues. And so did that for 21 years, and now I am in Wilmington. And
How long have you been here now? 5, 6?
5 years.
Okay.
5 years.
Oh, so you guys been here on the same amount of time, right?
In terms of when I came back, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
exactly.
So I say this, Keo, a good friend of mine, she actually booked Brownfish 15 or 20 years ago, and we performed here in Delaware.
Oh wow. Do you
And,
remember where?
Huh?
Do you remember where?
On French Street, there's somewhere.
Oh, I think I know what
Was
you're
it
talking about.
the speakeasy place?
No, it's at the end of French Street, I
Yes,
think.
they used to have speakeasy.
Yeah, it was a staircase on the side, brick wall. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it either.
Yeah, so performed there. And then on this turnaround, Jimmy from Curators of Hip Hop told me, listen, there's this guy named Richard Raw. You need to connect with him. And Richard was the first person for that connection between them is strong. He put me on his album, put me on the People's Festival with him. And then I met Brother Ivan through Keo. Shot the video for me. Brother I knew from the first time coming around here. And so I got connected with some really cool people. And I remember coming here and everyone talking about you. Yeah, because it was like, she's from the Delaware. That's right, that's our girl. And I was
you done did the wrong thing now, player. No,
so
we're good.
what's interesting is now kind of remembering those stories and not really knowing who people are talking about. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. So yeah, that's the music thing,
Yeah, so guys, he's being relatively humble because I know enough to know that when he talks about his music in Baltimore, like that was a relative movement. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a very strong fan base down there and built up something that was pretty significant, I think, by anyone's standard. So
yeah, we did some good work. There's probably people who feel like we wasted our talent, that we didn't go as far as we should have. I mean, you're talking an era where there's no internet, so you would have to leave, and that was always the thing. Do you leave to go do music in pursuit of, when I get all the money, I'll come back and do this for my people? Or do you say, I'm about to leave kids right now? Kids that we're working with right now to go pursue something. So we decided.
You didn't waste it then.
Thank you.
But it's a sacrifice that you consistently have made, if we want to get into it. You know what I mean? Even right now,
Yeah.
It's perspective.
Yeah, it makes it easier now because of the internet to if you really want to try to balance, but eventually you have to leave, right?
Yeah.
Eventually you have to go and do something, and that's the thing. And then at some point after my best friend passing, I recognized that my wife had come third to my work in the community and my music for, at that point, 4 or 5 years, and so it was kind of important to re-engage with my wife and make her a priority.
Listen, I love Ja, but I love Donnie more. Donnie is amazing. Number one, I'm not gonna think a whole thing about it, but I never knew, like, so Haitian patties is a variation on.
So she's Haitian.
She's Haitian.
And you're Jamaican.
And the patties that she put together for me and my family, they were absolutely delicious. And she's just the sweetest person.
I'm pretty sure her mom made it.
I don't. Why would you about to
pretty
get
sure-
it? Now see, you
I'm
should have
pretty
let that rock.
Listen. You have the foundation, the root of the Haitian patty.
He
You
just
know what I
flipped it. Good spin.
And she has an aunt in Florida that makes a codfish version. So we need to maybe figure out a way to connect with the food portion of this
Just
show.
let me know when to be
Listen,
here. Because
listen.
You on the list. We got
Okay,
you. We
okay.
got you.
The patties and what was that? The soup that y'all brought by?
Oh, I'm gonna jack up the whole name of the soup, but it's a soup that is eaten on New Year's, Haitian Independence Day. I hope I said that correctly. And not to go too far into Haiti, but Haiti is such a powerful and important part of the legacy of Black people, but also America. What people need to realize is that Haiti, former slaves or captured people, however you want to define it, fought and defeated Napoleon,
Warrior
who was
blood.
the greatest general, if you want to call it, at the time.
Yeah, short
And so
lives
the,
matter.
The repercussions of that is because he was losing that war, he sold the Louisiana Purchase. Now, had he not lost that war, there very well could have been another war in America where France and America would have been fighting on these soils, and we could very well have all been speaking French. So there's many ripples.
I mean, I love New Orleans, but
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna have
point
to stop
taken.
you right there.
I love Creole
because
food. You know what I'm saying?
My best friend is Haitian, and I keep telling him, "You got that warrior blood."
I'm here for Zydeco music. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
Yes.
moving on, because
on.
obviously we have someone who just can't get it together.
No.
Tell us about the YAP program.
So the Youth Advocate Programs is organization that started in, it's been around for 45 years now, and in every state it does something different. It was how I was able to go to Africa for the first time. There's a program in Sierra Leone.
Wow.
So here in Delaware, we have a reentry program, which are supporting young men and sometimes young women returning to the community. And Brother Jay is one of those people that does that work. Because HIPAA and because we work with the population we work with, a lot of it we don't speak about.
Yeah.
We need to be careful as we do that work and navigate with it. The other portion is an elementary school program with the hopes that if you start working with children young enough, you can prevent them hopefully from ending up in the other program. So those are the two programs we work in. It's really about exposing kids to different things, taking them out of state, going to the woods and walking and kayaking and all these things. And so the value of the program is really based on the shoulders and the value of the advocates, And so we're always looking for great people to be a part of what we're doing. Hopefully we can fit what our kids need. But the other part is we have a thing called supported works. So we look for people who are willing to hire our kids and we pay for it. So if there's someone out there that's saying, hey, look, I don't want to be an advocate, but I do this. I'm a carpenter. I have a t-shirt company. I do this, that, whatever the case may be, you can hire one of our kids and we'll pay for it. And you can give them opportunity to learn that craft and that skill set.
Wow, I love that. I will say, we all know Jay messy, but if it's one thing I know about him, he take care of his kids.
You got to.
Not your blood, those you take care of course.
All of them.
But he loves his kids.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I do my job, and I'm not going to, we can't go into details, but when he says that there are some rock stars on the team, there are some people on the team who sacrifice as much as you could, really. Yeah. They really give everything to try and make it better for the children that they work with. And, I wish that we could just give them all superhero capes and medals and just constantly shout them out, because that's where so much of the real work happens. I mean, he knows more than me, but you know, I mean, I am not the rock star on the team.
We know that.
Try, oh my God, this one.
Listen, the reality is he is, right? Because you never know what the situation is going to be. So if I were just to say one thing, we're working with kids that there are other human beings looking to murder. And I'm asking someone, an adult, to put your life on the line to work with this child and give this child a shot. So everyone runs the risk when you're working with that population. And, you know, so we definitely have some rock stars. He's one of them. And, you know, that's men and women that we have. Because it's not also only about the children we're working with. It's about those mothers typically and grandmothers who have to navigate that as well. When your child is in detention, when someone is trying to hurt your child, you're going through that as well, you know? So,
So let's, you know, go into your favorite area of politics and kind of really touch on that. So, I mean, you ran.
I lost, Jay. I lost, okay?
What's next? What's
Sam,
next?
I wasn't ready.
What's next? You know?
Well, now that the
and how was
elephant
that
in the room-
experience for you? What was your first experience like, you know, with running for office, and what's next in terms of politics?
So I grew up, my family's in politics in Jamaica, and I grew up watching it, and sort of the idea that I got as a child was you're supposed to be of service to people. So moving here, I mean, I did minor in political science in college, go Coppin State College, HBCU, boop, boop. And shout out Del State too, boop, boop. And all
We're
the
not going to just not shout out Morehouse, boop, boop. Go ahead.
Okay, there we go. Boop, boop.
Okay.
But as vice president of the Greatest Civic Association, Browntown, I had some interactions with
Browntown, Brownfish. There's just so many. We could talk about all the coincidences, but continue. Sorry.
And my family lived in Brownstown in Jamaica as well. So I kept calling it Browns. I added the S when I got here, and I had to explain to people why I kept doing it. It's like, you're not from here, because you keep... Anyway. So there was something that the people that I was around was seeing. And for me, if I think something could be done better, I don't think it's right to complain about a person. So I decided I was going to run. And in that process, I had an opportunity to meet people beyond my little area throughout the 6th district and throughout the state. And so what I want to encourage people to do is to get involved. You know, do your research. And so what that means is the Democratic Committee, get involved with that, get involved with your civic association, but watch the city council meetings, watch the committee meetings, read the bills that are coming out. Recently, you know, last year, a lot of time was spent on fighting the blight bill. It recently passed, and I want to make sure, hopefully it passed and not there's another step that I'm not remembering. But however, you know, the bigger issue that I want to bring, and I mentioned a book to Jay right now by Heather McGee called The Sum of Us. And really it talks about the legacy of racism and how that affects. I don't know if the city has not come up, I believe the city has come up with a plan before, but when you're talking about someone not caring about someone's living conditions and you actually have the money that you can fix it, but you choose not to fix it, I wonder if the issue isn't we didn't have the right bill or incentive, but the fact that you just don't want to fix it because you have no compassion for those people. So anyway, the political process allowed me to get deeper in that, and really the takeaway is I'm trying to ask everybody else to get more involved.
So let me ask you this, because I think it's, even kind of off the air, we talked about the idea that on one hand, we can't rely on politicians to fix the problems that we're trying to fix. You know, we understand that. But at the same time, there's this consistent narrative that voting doesn't matter. Politics, they ain't gonna do nothing. And it gets morphed into something like people can't seem to put the two pieces together that, yes, you can't rely on so-and-so to fix your problem, but it still matters. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Well, it's gonna be a balance. And so sometimes people say stuff without really critically listening to what they're saying. Because if politics and voting didn't matter, then why would you organize a march to go and stand in front of them? You clearly are saying you would go march somewhere else, you know? So the balance is when we don't get involved in the political process, when we don't study the issues, then you allow someone to come to you and knock on your door and say, we're going to do stuff for the children, and we're going to change some things because the children deserve better. And let me tell you, it starts with me, and I'm going to fight. At the end of the day, the person didn't say anything.
Right.
You know, so it requires someone saying, well, okay, what does that mean, and what population are you referring to? You know, so for me, if we're talking about youth getting jobs, I would say it's more important than for our children to build things that are lasting and they see than for them to work in a Burger King. Not saying anything wrong with a Burger King, but every time it's the ripples of the job that you gave them, right? So, yeah, we all need to get involved. We all need to vote, but at the end of the day, politics is a science, and you can get, there are 4 people who ran in my district. So Councilwoman Yolanda McCoy, who I want to say, I've noticed an uptick in her productivity, and I want to say kudos to her for that. But when you have 4 people running in the area, and she won with 36 votes, Josue Ortega had maybe 32, I had 24, and Yolanda McCoy had 8. When you have 4 people running, statistically speaking, the incumbent is going to win. So either Josue and I should have had a conversation, and one of us shouldn't have ran, and then it might have been different. But at the end of the day, I think it happened how it happened, and I see a stronger city councilwoman right now.
Yeah.
So
cool.
kudos to her.
Well,
I'll go forever. You go ahead.
I know you can. I love this conversation. This is actually, I think, my first time like interacting with you.
I think
because we
so,
did
yeah.
the Ronapalooza last year, and I think it was just Facebook Messenger. I think we ran into each other like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure. Now we get to introduce everyone who hasn't already met you and fallen in love to your music.
If I could say 2 seconds, I have a gift for you right there.
He got a gift for me, y'all.
This is a T-shirt. Credit to the race.
Look, wait, look how small it is.
It's a small. There we go. And so we got the Sister Harriet Tubman. If you like that T-shirt, Jahiti, Jahiti world.com. You can get that there. Not only we represent for Black History Month, but you already know what March is. Women's History Month. And our success as a Black community is built on the backs of women, Black women in particular, but women straight across the board.
Listen.
He's my boss, and I had to pay for the shirt.
I got my black card today, y'all. Got my black card today. Thank you.
That was good.
All
And
right.
without anything further, thank you, Brother Jahiti.
Thank you for
And now
having
it's
me
time
on.
to hear a song from you.
Let's go. Said I woke up this morning feeling great. No complaints, yes. Like some people prayed for me. Said I woke up this morning feeling great. No complaints, yes. Like some people prayed for me. Man will never know through sight alone who's close to God. So when the wolf slipping with the sheep or the sheep up him skin, what we gon' do then? Yeah, yeah. Love is the only thing I know, but the flesh is weak. So when the thief slip into it, thing what we gon' do then? Hey, pray for him. Perception, perspective, equal your perfection. The ego always feed upon depression. And I'll make mention that love can heal the world. Hey, all we need is love. All we need is love. All we need is love. Yeah, said I woke up this morning feeling great. No complaints, yes. Like some people prayed for me. Said I woke up this morning feeling great. No complaints, yes. Like some people prayed for me. Whoa, don't you remember my face? I'm the same one you stole from Africa. I'm just flesh and bone now. Ooh, remember my face? I'm the same one you stole from Africa. I'm just flesh and bone now. Ooh, lashes on my skin, open up my flesh, salt water thrown on them, God. Hey, got my body moving. Hey, hell isn't an illusion when you're trapped in another man's confusion. God, hey, and we a long way from home, and silence is long gone, and death fills the night to their delight, and all we want to do is go home. Oh no, profiting of flesh is a no-no. Tell me what they cost for African souls, African bones, sit down in the Atlantic below. Whoa, don't you blur my face. I'm the same one you stole from Africa. I'm just flesh and bone now. Ooh. Don't go wishing on my star, 'cause she's mine. She's a daughter of the Most High. Don't go wishing on my star, 'cause she's mine. She's a daughter of the Most High. I realize through the space and time of my mind, realize I lied to my own mind. I committed a crime, and as long as you stay away, shall my heart be penalized. I can build a mountain, but how do I build a bridge of love to you? I can paint the skyline, but how do I paint a perfect picture of me and you? My name is Jahiti. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you, Nadj and Jay, for allowing me to be on the show. You guys are incredible. See you all next time. Bless.
Thank you, Brother Jahiti, for that little mashup performance. That was super cool, and we ended with my favorite of his songs, so that's my buddy.
Nobody cares it's your favorite.
I don't know more wishing on my star. Okay, so there's stuff going on.
We have landed on Mars to meet our cousins. They done sent up a Range Rover to go pick up our cousins in the sky.
They told you that Range Rover could go anywhere. They can go anywhere.
Any terrain, okay?
I think I might buy one and take me a trip to Mars too. What we doing next weekend? Where we going?
Oh God, I've been sitting on that.
About to go find some life.
So they sent a rover to Mars. It was a 7-month-long voyage. And they will be collecting samples. I don't know all that sciencey stuff. I just know that they trying to figure out if there is former life or was former life inside one of the lakes that was in Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I think so. There's so many. There's a lot of levels to this discussion, and we
There
don't
are
have to
many
go into it.
levels.
But just the idea alone, number one, of there being more life in outer space than just planet Earth.
well, remember the FBI, they released the UFO footage, so we know
Well, I actually have something to tell you now, Naja. I would like to inform you that
first of
I,
all,
in fact, am an alien, and
you're
I'm
not
here.
cool
They
enough.
dug me up from Mars. Beep, beep, bop.
You sound like the annoying assistant to the
I
Prince
am
and the
one
Frog.
of the lizard people who has come from the planet of Noctos. I just made a planet up. I just made a planet up. But no, it's like there's got to be, I mean, in all likelihood, it's kind of odd. It's a weird thing because we've, on one hand, mankind has gone very, very far past planet Earth. But on the other hand, we haven't gone anywhere near as far as space is.
Or as far as you.
Or as far. But in all probability, at the end of the day, there has to be some other form of life out there that is somewhat similar to us.
I know,
doesn't there?
I'm telling you, they are looking at us like Earth stank.
Listen.
Like, y'all
It's like,
ghetto.
like that. No, but you're so right. You're so right.
That's why they don't show themselves.
Listen.
We see you.
Right.
We know what you
They're
see.
like, I'm not going there. The same way that if you know that don't go to that neighborhood. Like I see what they do from afar. I don't really get it, but I know not to
They
go
like,
there.
we good.
Like y'all
We
wildin'.
good.
We saw what
They
just
like,
happened.
wait a minute.
they saw all of 2020 and were like, no.
Absolutely not. We saw what y'all did back in the 70s and 80s. We good.
Once y'all get it figured out, then we might come say hello. But y'all crazy.
But you know, I wonder what they doing looking at our Range Rover that we just sent up. If they're looking at it and they're like, how dare you
So
park in my garage
I have a
or in my
question.
spot?
If, say, Elon Musk, creates an ability for us to go to Mars, before, when you're, decades from now.
Okay.
Will you take a trip to Mars?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Listen, I have no desire to go up in space where the little
But I
aliens
like to
be.
travel. I want to see the world.
That's not-
I want to see.
I
That's
don't
going to be
want-
the next thing. This is going to be. You're going to have girls who are like, it's not enough for you to just show me the world. I need you to show me the universe.
Show me
I
all
want
the
somebody to show
things.
me out of space.
Take me to the
Why
moon.
you don't take me to Mars?
The cow jumped over the moon. Why can't I?
her man took her to Mars. What about you? No. All I do is go to Canada.
First of all, I ain't never said that.
It ain't enough crepes in here. No.
I just want to say to all of you extraterrestrial beings that are watching this, because we know if you're going to watch any show, it's going to be Good Morning Wilmington with Nadj Jea.
Right.
We respect you. We mean no harm when we go to Mars with the Range Rover. Actually, take a seat in there. I'm sure
I
they've
come
got
in
the
peace.
new leather seats.
I'm here.
okay?
I come in peace. Absolutely.
So yeah, I just want to put that out there.
But it is really cool.
It is cool. It's very cool.
I honestly don't have a real understanding of how far even Mars is, and that's nowhere near as far as we could go.
7 months long. That's how far.
Going really, really fast.
Right.
So
okay, no, I would absolutely not go to Mars.
No, I
Absolutely
wouldn't
not. I would go to Venus.
no. But see, I think it's going to be one of those things where like my kids have the opportunity
He didn't
to
even-
like
y'all
go to.
didn't- Wow.
Sorry. Well, listen. If my kids have the chance to go, they'll be like, "Daddy, why don't you come with me to Mars?" And I'm like, "I'm not going anywhere."
No, you're reckless. I know you would go.
No, unless I was like 80 and I have nothing else to lose. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
He would put on
Like-
his motorcycle gear and show up.
Right.
And it'd be like, what is that song? It's pack your bags. It's time to go. Like on that movie when he was going to space and
No sé.
they were singing. No.
No.
God, what is this song?
Yo no sé.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I have an announcement. I was informed that when you don't buy your own coffee and grind it,
Oh, I heard that. That was funny.
shh, shut up, that you might be eating 7% of it, which is cockroaches, because they can't get them out. Give me a moment. Give me my moment.
So you ready to
So
drink
I'm
coffee
here.
the right way?
I'm here to say, Jay, can you please grind my coffee beans?
I mean, I will happily grind your coffee beans. I would do it because I actually ground some beans for Ivan. I ground some beans for Sam, and I did it. And I recommend that all of you get your own grinders and drink your coffee properly. Because inasmuch as you think that my process is overkill, you know what I've never done? drank roaches. And that's my bottom line. Here's today's bottom line is today's bottom line is grind your own beans or drink roaches. Continue.
I'm so upset that this is a whole accumulation of problems right now.
I am your coffee guru, and I'm here to walk you as your coffee Sherpa along the way to coffee elitism.
Send help.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Now,
the part we all that you enjoy.
my favorite part of the show that we don't get to do often, but we hopefully will.
But today's
be
the
able to
day,
do. Today's the day. Celebrity news. So, Kanye is about to be set free, y'all.
Yeah.
He's about to be released.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that's excited?
No. I'll say I'm not excited for him to be divorced, but
Well, I am.
You know, I'm
We
being,
need him back. We need him back.
Listen, I'm never excited to see a family break up, but
But are they?
I don't know. I don't know them. I don't really want to know them, but it does seem like it was a toxic situation.
So
from
I
my
just want to know
perspective.
who rehabbing him. Snoop, what's up?
No,
Chance?
goodness, no. No,
we gonna get
Chappelle.
Lil Boosie?
Chappelle.
Okay,
Chappelle
that
has it
works.
figured out.
That works.
Chappelle has it all
One of y'all
figured
need
out.
to snatch him up,
Yeah.
slap him up a little bit.
Listen,
You know, take him to what's that place in Atlanta? The strip club.
Magic City.
Magic City. Go take him.
Don't ask how I know the name of that place, but
I don't. Oh, moving on. Nick Cannon,
wait.
baby. Nope.
Okay.
We gotta do this fast. 'Cause I don't know how much time we got, and I gotta get down this list.
Okay.
Nick Cannon, honey, he on his 4th baby mama.
So, I thought you were progressive.
So you believe in the black family, but you don't have a black family.
I believe in a black family. I believe in an
I'm not
Asian
talking
family.
about you. I'm talking about him.
Oh, that's what he said. Okay, well that's his problem then.
You
Sorry.
believe in building the black family up, but yet you planting seeds, but you ain't tending to the garden.
Well, maybe he hasn't.
Next,
Wait, we have to talk
we
about
have
these things.
Meek Mill, who up in these Twitter wars.
This is kind of great. Go ahead.
I don't understand what's going on. Meek, honey, we've been through this. Stop. Get off Twitter, okay? Because we want to root for you, but you're making it really hard. I mean, we got a bus for you. I don't know what else we could do, but get it together. Chrissy Teigen begged Uncle Joe to stop following her because she's a mess. I concur.
In a funny way, though, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
but
she just inappropriate.
he did actually unfollow her.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
But then I guarantee you he's got another account somewhere, or
Probably.
he'll like grab someone else's phone and be like, "Yo, let me check out Chrissy." It's not
Probably.
appropriate for him to actively follow her, but you know, because it's funny.
She's
like,
hilarious.
Not only is she hilarious, but like, and I mean this respectfully.
Yeah.
There's like. If you can say what you want about the politics of President Joe Biden, but I would suggest that almost no one would not enjoy having a beer with President Joe Biden.
I know. Oh,
He's
yeah.
got to be one of the most
really is.
just enjoyable people
He is.
to just sit down and have a funny talk with. He's probably got who knows how many funny
Oh my
stories
gosh.
and all legislation and all that kind of
Listen.
stuff. Like, and he's a very he just seems cool.
He seems down to earth.
Like you
so
could, he has a good sense
come
of
have a
humor.
beer with us, Uncle Joe, anytime.
Listen, I'll make you some coffee without roaches in it,
You
however
can
you
follow
want to
me.
do.
You can follow me. I'm not inappropriate. I'm good.
Do not
Don't
follow me.
him. Don't follow him.
Do not follow me.
If y'all remember, back in the Dizzy, Andra Day came and blessed us at the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival.
I remember that.
That
I
was
remember
the
that.
year I did one of my worst shows in life. I am so sorry y'all had to endure
It
that.
wasn't anywhere near as bad as you think it was. I
It
guarantee
was
you that.
terrible.
Yeah.
But she's about to do a movie where she plays Billie Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited. This is going to be talking about the activism of Billie Holiday. It's called Strange Fruit. Amazing. She like.
Do we need to tell the people about Strange Fruit? Do they know?
No, go watch the movie and then we talk about it.
Okay, because you should
Let's
just know.
watch it. You should kind of know, but I don't want to get into that. I ain't got much time. But she looks amazing. Like she lost 40 pounds to do this movie.
I didn't know that Andra Day had 40 pounds to lose, quite frankly. Huh. I had no idea. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Cool. That's a lot.
But that's a lot.
Yeah.
And she sounds just like her. Like that's the
weird.
amazing part.
She's one of those singers, and I think we've kind of talked about this at some point in time. It's like she has a special quality that it's not so much about her, you know, physical ability to sing high and fast and do all kinds of stunts and all that. It's not like it's some big loud voice or like a super Whitney Houston clean tone. It's just something that pulls you in from the jump. It's just something magical about her spirit that like, you know, that just pulls you in, you know?
Yeah.
Strange Fruit is captivating. And like if you listen to Strange Fruit, it's not a hard song to sing.
It's not even
in terms of the notes.
Yes.
But to communicate that song is impossible.
That's different. Yes. That's one of those challenging songs because you got to actually understand what you're singing.
Yeah,
you can't just I'm gonna sing Strange Fruit at karaoke. Like
yes,
what
yes, yes. That's for a mature singer who is connected. So
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see that movie. Oh, this is
we
bad.
should do this more because you're on one right now.
Bad. But speaking of butt, K. Michelle was on Instagram Live. And I don't know if y'all know, but she's had some plastic surgery woes, and she removed her butt implants.
Oh, wow. Why?
Because she had all kinds of issues. Like the silicone ended up in her fat tissue, and she had to get it all out. So there was a problem. But, baby.
Talk about self-love.
Let me tell you something. She was on Instagram Live dancing, and her butt fell.
Oh, no. Are you like you're serious? You're serious?
Yes, it fell.
That's a modern thing.
You could see her picking it up. It was
That's
like,
a shame.
It looked like a cake tin.
That's a shame.
Just, and she was like,
listen, everybody be proud with what you have, you know? Like, I could try to find some odd way to make myself taller, but I'm just
He been talking about butt implants for a while, and I said, just go get the booty
you know
pop
what?
panties.
Sometimes I look at my peach.
Booty pop panties.
Sometimes I get in the mirror and I'm looking at my peach and I say, I want it to pop a little bit more. Because you know what I'm saying? He wants his
pecs to match his pecs.
My wife is like, husband of mine, your peach is a little bit weak right now, and I need you. And I'll be like, oh, well, maybe I should. Okay, that's not true, but it's kind of funny. But whoever you are, be you and enjoy you.
I love myself. There's only one me.
I'm trying to catch the beat. Okay, I missed the beat. But okay.
Thank you for watching. We're glad to be back. We will see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful Monday.
Happy March.
Happy March.